Hi guys and welcome to my new video. Today we're gonna talk about trading TQs, which is a 3x ETF, which I usually trade, and you can make a lot of money trading this ETF. For example, when we look at this 1 year chart, we can see that in 1 year you could make more than 300% trading TQs. Let's go quickly through this trading strategy. So as I said, when RSI hits level 40, that's when you should actually sell this ETF, and when it hits 30, that's when you should actually buy this ETF. So let's quickly look at the chart. So for example, a couple months back or a couple weeks ago, it actually almost hit 30, so that's when I was actually buying. So like you can see right over here, right now it's approaching 70 level, so I'll be probably selling soon. Also over here you can see that it was over 70, so I sold, and I waited for a few weeks or months. Usually it's just like 1 month to almost month and a half, and then it usually starts approaching level 30, so that's when you should buy. Also over here we can see that there was a huge dump, and it just like fell tremendously because of the COVID crisis. So yeah, I would definitely sell like somewhere over here when it hit level 70, and then you should definitely buy once it hit level 30. If you are not sure exactly when to buy, it's the best idea to buy it if it's even below 30. Like also over here you can see it also fell down. That's when it's a good time to buy. Also over here you probably are not gonna time it like perfectly well, but it's gonna do the job, and you can make a ton of money when you time it correctly. So let's say if you bought it around 30 level in 2019 or even 2018, so till today, till 2021, you would make around 700%, which is a lot of money. This is mostly just like my swing and long-term strategy, so probably do not follow it if you are day trading. As I already mentioned, it's leveraged 3x daily long ETF, which cap is basically NASDAQ 100 index, and it's very powerful when it actually comes to trading. Right now it's trading around $107, which is almost at all-time highs. It's copying NASDAQ index, so it's especially for traders that are interested and that are actually bullish on the US stock market. Because it's a leveraged ETF, everyone should be very careful trading this ETF because of the time decay, which means that in long term it's probably gonna lose you money, even though it's not always the case. For example, when we look at the 5 year chart, we can see that even if you held it for a long time, you would still make a lot of money. So in 5 years you could probably make over 1,000%, or yeah, maybe even more. So it's 1,500%. So if you started with $1,000, you would have almost like $14,000 to $15,000, which is a lot of money in 5 years actually. Let's go through the basics. So as you know, this exchange traded ETF is very powerful and can move a lot in one day. Therefore, I think it's very important to know its top 25 holdings. So basically what the ETF is made of. So as you can see, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Tesla, Google, Facebook, Nvidia, Intel, Comcast, Netflix are like the biggest holdings in this ETF. So let's say if Apple has like really big or really bad earnings, you can lose quite a lot of money because almost 8% of this ETF is made up of Apple stock. So that's why it's you really have to know like what are the biggest holdings. The same for Microsoft, Amazon, or Tesla, and the other ones. So basically, when the stock market is gonna go higher or go up, this ETF is also gonna go up. When the stock market is gonna go down, this ETF is also gonna go down. There are quite a few things you can do trading this ETF. One of them is just to hold it for as long as you pretty much can, even though it's not the greatest idea because of time decay. But as you may know, stock market is just going higher and higher. So I think like in the long term, it's a pretty good idea because you don't have to time the perfect selling, and you can just pretty much make a lot of money in the long run. So as I already mentioned, let's say when we look at this chart, it's a 5-year chart, you would make almost 1500%. So that's a lot. Let's check out the 1-year chart. So when we look at this 1-year chart, so in 1 year you would make probably less than 1500%, but it would be still quite a lot. I think it's around 300%. So if you started with 1000, you would have around 3000 dollars or euros or whatever. So the strategy that I use is very simple. First of all, you have to know the basics of the stock market. So make sure to follow the news. When the news are good, it's most likely gonna go higher. So let's say when the earnings of the companies, especially of tech companies such as NASDAQ companies, let's say like Apple, Amazon, Netflix, and so on, are doing great, this ETF is just gonna keep going higher and higher. So the stock market strategy I use is just based on the RSI. As you know, when RSI hits 30 level, we know that the stock is oversold, and when it's above 70, we know that it's overbought. So it's always the best to buy when the RSI is in the 30s, because you know that it's oversold, and when it's above 70, you know that it's most likely gonna go down. So that's when you should sell, and you should just wait till it drops back to 30, and then you should buy again. Right now I own around 200 shares of TQs, and I'll just keep holding for as long as I can, even though we can see that in April the RSI is actually hitting 70 level again. So after that I will probably sell a few shares and wait till it drops back to 30 and then buy even more. This ETF is doing the best, especially um, in the beginning of the year, because usually the stock market keeps going higher and higher from January till, let's say, like August, or July till the summer months, and then usually in September it tends to drop quite a bit. So we can see that, let's say, in September 2020 it dropped, I think it was around 40% or something like that. Yes, almost 40%. But if you bought after that in like in the 50s in 2020, you would make almost like 100% till the end of the year. As I said, right now I bought even more shares in like the 80s level, because it was just keep going. It was just going lower for no reason. There were like no really bad news, and now it's just going higher. And also the earnings season is just around the corner. I think it's gonna begin this or next week, so we're gonna see many companies reporting. I hope that the earnings are gonna be good, so hopefully we can see more gains. When we look at the 5-year chart, we can see that there were like quite a few big drops. All of these drops were caused because of some bad news. So actually in 2018, when Trump was the president, it dropped because Trump decided to start a trade war with China. So that's why it dropped like tremendously. It went from like, let's say, 40 to 15. So that's quite a big drop. But then when there were like new news regarding the trade war again, that they decided to agree to something, that it started going higher. And in 2020 it dropped also tremendously from 60 to 16 because of the COVID crisis. But since then it was just going higher and higher. As I said, if they are like good news, it's just gonna keep going higher. If there are bad news, it's just gonna keep going lower. My strategy is very easy, so just buy when it's around 30 level, when the RSI is around 30, and sell when the RSI is around 70, and then just wait for it to drop and then just like buy again around 30 level. There are not that many opportunities during a year. Usually there are just like 3 to 4 opportunities, so make sure you time it correctly, and yeah, just happy trading and hopefully you make a lot of money. Thank you for watching, guys. Make sure to subscribe, like this video. I'm trying to get 1000 subscribers and 4000 watching hours, so wish me luck and have a great week.